this one. Hi everyone, my name is Anne and today we are doing analysis of sites. That's the fourth time we're doing it, and if you're interested in how I did previous analysis, please check out this video somewhere here. Still haven't learned. First one is she's Brandi Marshall, and this is a personal brand. There is no previous site as you might see. So that's just an Instagram page that I found, and I've been searching for potential clients, and I've been searching for some real estate agents in LA, in California, in New York, in order to get them some of the personalized landing pages for promotion. Or they might as well have some agencies which provide different services, which should be properly described, and there should be pointed out some difference between those services. So I believe that it can be helpful. It can be helpful to the brand, to the understanding, for ordering services a lot. And we are having our quite standard 9 questions, but I've added one more. So we have 10 of them. There is a typo in heading, not perfect. Me not being perfect. These are basic questions which we've already answered in previous analysis. What is the product? This one is for our clear understanding, the problem it is solving, emotional benefits, rational features. So I've added this one, and I'll explain in the next slide why. But this is the opposite to the emotional benefit that we have. It's connected. Sound and voice, look and feel. What role do we play in users' life? Target audience, brand pairing. What is minimum vital info users should get before purchase? So let's check why have I added rational benefits. Customer cares about emotional benefit and produces about feature. Let's say we've added few gigabytes of memory to the device, and we are saying how many gigabytes are there on the device, right? But consumer would not care about the number of gigabytes. Let's say that we are at the beginning of the phone or laptop era, and we are not yet, as an average consumer, aware of what of how much data would 1 gigabyte contain, right? So it tells it not. It does not tell us much. Like, is 1 gigabyte like 100 photos or 1,000, or how much is that? How many? And if we translate it into the emotional language, so that photographers would be able to record around 30 minutes film in specific settings, then we'd be able to translate this to the emotional fear, so that he'd be able to start his own cinematographic business, right? By recording solely with his phone. And this is about talking dreams, and this is about emotions, and the idea that he has about hope for business, for becoming successful, and for pursuing his art, his purpose. So we've translated this 1 gigabyte. I'm not talking correct numbers here, not talking correct number of photos, etc. But we had 1 gigabyte of memory, and I've translated this into hope, into opportunity. So this is a way you can translate anything about any feature brand has into emotion. But I've stumbled upon one problem, that users are happy about their purchase for a day, maybe for 2, for several, but no longer. So as you've made an impulsive purchase at the shop, let's say, basic example, and you came home and you're like, what that crap for several hundred, like, what is that? I do not need this. If your mind has calmed down and you're thinking rationally. So This is why your brain would respond to the purchase, to the product, both emotionally and rationally. And emotionally would work in a short-term period and in long-term, so that you'd get repeatable orders and long-time relations with your clients. You would need to add rational part, which are features of your products. What is feature? Which is impossible to decline. This part can be tricky for some, let's say, personal brand or for services, but for products that would be great question. Yeah, emotional brand benefits works in short term and rational features long term. I keep these separate names, despite the fact that rational might be benefits, right? I still name them features in order to differentiate them in my head, like just a brand maker. What is a product? This is a real estate agent services in LA in California. Simple as that. One more detail. I have been conducting research on this specific real estate agent for several hours, and on other products that I'm analyzing as well, so I might not be correct in some details. You can, correct me in the comments, because I'm open to that. Might be a mistake, but this is my perception of brand at the moment. If we are analyzing brands thoroughly, we are communicating with the client, and we are communicating with teams of my members of my team in order to get the overall perspective, and might conduct also research with the target audience so that we get correct results. For now, this is just my own perception. The problem it is solving, finding the right property for clients for purchase, sale, and rent. Also, it's simple because it combines both, not sure about the niche, commercial and how do you say, personal use, and it combines purchase, sale and rent, preparation of different documents, and I guess cooperation with the client for some time while you are reviewing houses and all of the transactions, legal documents, maybe some revising of all of the risks which might this house have in its past or anything connected to this. So it is named simple here, but it is pretty complex problem that we're solving. Emotional benefits. So what client receives emotionally from interaction with real estate agent? What emotions are invoked in him after interaction? So the first thing is he reduces stress and frees up time for other activities. As you're reducing stress, you're feeling relief. Actually, you are getting rid of the block which you have in order to experience other emotions, to experience other activities. And it is mostly if you're stressed, if you are busy with your life and work, and you don't want to search for hobbies, you want somebody to do this for you, and maybe my idea of great realtor, that you would not be within all of the house revisions with him or her. You would just come up to the one which is the best fit for you. So you reduce the time which you're spending for search and for all the little bullshit, and you are freeing time for your pleasure. Maybe you are going to the beauty salon or somewhere a bit more pleasant. So it is great relief, emotion of satisfaction. Improves overall well-being and energy levels, as a consequence. And sense of luxury, so you're being taken care of, and emotionally, sense of luxury would be transferred into something you are proud of yourself, of your achievements, because you are searching or doing something with a private property in LA, and it talks a bit of status, and it tells us that we've done a bit better than our peers from the school, right? It's pretty negative emotion, but it still works. I just punched the camera with my leg. I'm leaving it. I'm not cutting this out. I'm not cutting this out. So we are done with emotional benefits. Additional features. What features can great real estate agent have? Like in my head, I'm drawing perfect picture at the moment. If I'm getting to know client closer, I know that each person has additional feature, like complex of features which he's acquired throughout the life, like beforehand. Maybe like Steve Jobs, he had a calligraphy or handwriting classes, and this helped him to create the font for Mac, right? And this was additional feature or skill that he had, which was not connected to the technology at the moment, but all of these features or skills in complex are forming the personality. So we're talking solely about professional features and ideal ones. The first one is expertise. You want somebody who knows the market, and since we see that Brandi has a lot of followers, she's participated in one of the Netflix shows about real estate. I have not seen it, I'm being honest here, so I might omit some details. But since the person cannot have this much followers, be invited to the Netflix show, have real cases, and not be experienced, to not have expertise in this sphere. So we obviously have expertise, and it is covering a lot of years of preparation beforehand, which client himself won't be able to cover just in a night or in a week. He might learn some details about how this, but he will inevitably skip some of the details. He'll learn just the basics, and he might skip some of the risks which the house he's acquiring is taking with it. Network is great. So you are reaching out to more house owners with real estate agent because he's aware of all of the local real estate demands. Negotiation skills. This is also great because not everybody has them. Not everybody knows how to talk to the owners, to the landlords. No, not everybody knows what are the right things to say. At what point are we talking about our faucets or money, or about what shall we talk through concerning legal documents and other things. So this is skills of persuasion, sales, and expertise combined in order to do all of this talking, in this sphere. These are rational features, and let's consider the example of how emotional and rational are working together. This is useful not only for real estate agent but for all brands. Let's say we have been amused with all the emotional benefits which this specific real agent has. He has emotionally, let's see. Yeah, so he expresses luxury, he expresses confidence, and he, let's say, fakes expertise. So we believe him, we believe that this luxurious house will buy it and everything's gonna be great, and we are emotionally persuaded. And then as we are proceeding to the deal, we make him conclude it, and in months we are figuring out in court that there was some, I don't know, not expert in legal issues, but let's say this is not the property of the person from whom you've bought or with whom you've signed the contract, because he had a wife and they are sharing the property and other stuff. And then all of the emotional benefits which this real estate agent had would not cover rational features and skills and real knowledge, real professionalism. And you will never recommend this real estate agent to any of your friends, any of your acquaintances, or you won't address him. You might even request some refund for his services, or I don't know, make him find a different real estate agent. So this is not a great experience, and only emotional and rational are working together, and only then we have great result. The fifth one, sound and voice. It really depends on knowing the person and real estate agent, because we're talking about personal brand. But let's try. Calm but authoritative and clear. This is the one that I would want. I would not want anybody making hustle, because I'm trying to think as I'm buying the house. I'm solely talking today about buying the house. I'm not talking about rent. Don't know why. I want somebody, to be calm, not making hustle. Authoritative. Why? So that I wouldn't take over and talk my opinion and he would listen to me, because I'm not an expert in this sphere. And clear, without making formal, but clear in a simple way, so that people would understand his language and monologues about real estate or this specific property, without this professional words which nobody gets. Client focused, so client is the first one. Energetic, pretty basic I would say, but everybody loves people who are giving you energy, because we tend to share some of the emotions or states of people we are communicating with or engaging with. And if we are being energetic, we are sharing this, and everybody loves being energetic because you have a lot of motivation and power and resources to do great stuff. Dreamy, like client about new, like client about new house. This is about the image in our head, and agent is the bridge to it. So let me explain you. As you're in process of buying your house, you kind of already made a small achievement, because you have resources to purchase it, and not everybody can afford it, obviously. And you are being dreamy. As I've been moving out and I've watched and checked all of the YouTube videos about house renovation, about how to set up the furniture, I was pretty positive. I was dreamy about how my new house would look like, because it affects directly my life, how my new era would look like. I was dreamy, and real estate agents were kind of bridges to that dream that I had in my mind. So not maybe dreamy, realistic would be great, but I guess hopeful, or somebody who has ambitions, same as you are, and who would support your ambitions. Helpful, pretty obvious. we tend to help the client, not to show how great, authoritative, cool, luxurious we are. The next one, look and feel. Paying attention to details, formal and dressed up, like Sima from just like that. All right, I'm constantly making all of the references to series of films that I've seen. Sorry for that. In terms of look, we want our website or any product like YouTube, social media, just appearance, article in the magazine, anything we have, event we organize, be put together, be dressed up, be luxurious, and be formal. And as a reference for that, I am using Sima from Just Like That, which is a, how do you call it, sequel for Sex and the City again. Again, saying it. Why? I guess that I took the reference from her, from Real Estate Agent. She's been authoritative, she's been calm, and why are we paying attention to details? As we are paying attention to details in our closing, in what we do on our social media, in YouTube, everywhere, we are being careful about what we are posting. We are being careful about legal documents of our clients, about details that this specific house has in construction, about, I don't know, maybe we're working with some investments in construction. I'm not sure whether it is included, but we have to pay attention to details, to numbers, to constructions, to the way house looks like to the way how our client who wants to buy the house acts. We are observing his appearance, emotional state, financial state, whether he's impulsive or not, what are his preferences in lifestyle. Because as we are paying attention to details, we are able to find a great fit for him. We are understanding human psychology, so it combines a lot of parts. And if we are being put together and detailed and all of that above, then our look and feel would be appreciated as a real estate agent. Yeah, I've covered it all. Let's move on. What role do we play in user's life? Maybe I should change this question over time. It means our client already has all the people around him, his bubble. And here we are, and we want to take up some space in it, right? Hopefully, as we can be interacting with him for a long time. Or we want to appear as already somebody from that bubble. Let's say we are, I don't know, some cooking brand, and we are talking to young families or moms, and we are getting advices on how to raise children and how to cook dishes, on how to, I don't know, do the dinner, other stuff, and we can be represented from this client's bubble as her mom. Let's say, yeah, our target audience are women, young moms, and they often do not know a lot of how to cook soup, how to feed their children, like all of the things we do for the first time. And we are often addressing our moms, which are grandmother, on how to do this stuff. And as a brand, we might position ourselves because it is beneficial to us here. But real estate agent was a bit tricky for me because we might not have long-term relations. There are some types of clients who are constantly renting, changing houses, moving, buying, maybe investing in a number of properties. But overall, like, I do not have statistics here, but in majority of cases, I'm not sure that we are having constant interaction with our client. Like, we're not the brand which produces milk and people who buy milk all the time, they would interact with us on an everyday basis. This is not that case. We will be interacting once in a year, in 5 years. So we are still staying that stranger. But we may address this situation a bit differently. How is that? Let's imagine brand as a human. That's old technique. And as we are sitting in a room and there is a crowd of people and this brand is entering the room, how he would look like. Will he be young, old, middle-aged, woman or man, or how is he going to be dressed up, or whether he's going to be like an introvert, sitting in the corner, or he'll take up all of the people's attention in the room, or he'll come up to somebody and talk intimately, or he'll get a drink and be happy and be, having fun, or he'd just sit on the couch and take up the pillow and be sitting like this. So a lot of details how this persona would act like, and we might address this question in the way I've just said. So yes, if this brand is entering the room, and it's important to keep this appearance and the way we present ourselves systematic, constant, so that we would not be luxurious these 3 months and then we'd be changing our perspective to being happy and uplifted. So yes, how our brand would look like, I have to think here. The only image I have in my head is Sima from And Just Like That. We would not be running around the room, talking to all of the people, getting their attention, making announcements. We will join the Wise Club, people who are talking science, all of the politics, finance, all of that great, interesting stuff. I won't be paying attention to our appearance or gender. Doesn't matter here. So you are sitting at the, maybe nerds table, or maybe at the powerful table who are having cigars, let's say, and we want to talk to people who are newcomers to our table. So it depends on the target audience that we want to attract. Yes, there are people who are already sitting at this. I'm talking too long about this table. Let's say we are sitting at the table of the richest man in the room, who are smoking cigars quietly, and they all have like billions of dollars, and they all are ready to invest in real estate or to change houses like every half a year. And we are talking to them, and we should build like strong connection with them, and we should listen to their preferences there, be just quiet, but be at their table, and they would respect me. And yeah, that's the image I want them to see, so that I'm just listening to them. I'm being quiet, but I'm being powerful. And also there is part of target audience who are newcomers, like we interact with them pretty rarely. This would be like teenage boy who wants to join the table, and he's joining and he's asking a lot of questions, and I'm being helpful. I'm providing all the information he needs, and I'm being a bit of mentoring here. Maybe mentor would be great fit here. What role? Mentor. Helper. 8, target audience. So I've highlighted 4 categories here. The first one is tech savvy buyers and sellers, familiar with online property searches and virtual tours, because we divide all the businesses and all the clients into offline and online. online, then discussing high expectations for property quality. Yes, I believe people in California do have high expectations because they have a bit of advanced market, and compared to other cities, we should take into account the location, that this is quite sunny, warm state, and people are moving there in order to start their own tech company or to pursue Hollywood. These are stereotypes that I'm talking at the moment. This is gonna be just target audience, everybody moving to LA or moving like inside of the state. Yeah, I guess that's gonna be it. Those seeking luxury and combining different cultures, which is important since we need to build the website, the presence, which would be combining all of the cultures, all of the houses of different styles, both loft and a bit of, I don't know, extra designed houses. Brand pairing, always one of the hardest, but we'll look at this. Brand pairing is also a pretty flexible question. You can answer it the way you want, the way you feel, and you can answer it every day and feel it and feel it and feel it. Like, I mean, feel with information. That's what I mean here, because it also, despite the fact that it helps to build some strategy on social media or build a website, it helps you to think long term, to include people in your brand, to include events, companies, partners, to do small tiny projects inside of this huge brand project. So yeah, first one would be local businesses, local coffee shop to host a networking event. Yeah, if there is a great popular coffee shop which has stand-ups, let's say, and you're good at comedy, that's not our case, to be honest, but still, and there is stand-ups and you really do great jokes, people might not like your jokes, you may suck at it, but at the end of the jokes you say, well, I suck at jokes, but I don't add real estate, so if you want somebody to find you a house, that's me, here I am. Well, something like this, then, but we already have, we might also have interaction with different local businesses. Media, contribute to real estate article to the LA Times, or we have Netflix. This was huge. I'm not here to give any advice, any piece of advice, because you do not need it here. Events and online events as well, and different stuff. I better think about it more. What is the minimum vital info users should get before purchase? It is an important one. So what is the product, problem, and solution? I recommend combining it in one heading. The first text that user sees on the website, on the Instagram page, on the YouTube page, on the X account, on any account you have, on any presentation, he should understand, the client should understand who you are, what you do, what is the product. Because if you're bottled water, you should write it, right? Like, there is no way people would understand. Like, let's say you have colorful packaging and it is not see-through. How would people know that it's water if you do not write on this packaging that it's water? And it is especially hard to tell with real estate, with personal brands, I guess, because if you are being luxurious, if you are being put together, dressed up, and you are working walking around the houses, with documents. Still, a lot of other professions can be connected to this brand. So just write it, who you are, what you do, and which problem you are solving. Call to action button. Without call to action button, we would not have website. Services and difference between them, it should be pretty clear. Do not do this thing like call me and I'll explain you everything. You are wasting clients' resources and your resources, or your assistants, or everybody's resources. It's better to take some time and write the difference between the services, or add AI bot to the website, which would get your potential users info or problems and classify them in places depending on what service would be the best fit for this specific user, right? I guess it's clear with real estate, because people who want to rent a house, they know that they want to rent, not to buy. But I'm talking other spheres. I've been working today with one more legal company, and legal companies are having plenty of services. While I've been working with beauty studio, they have tons of services. So, and it's hard to tell from the name which one is which. Yeah, so differentiate them. Who would be your ideal client? You can tell this literally and directly in section. If you are moving to LA, call me. If you are searching for villas, call me. If you are do specific things, and up to 3, I guess, because more than 3 types of clients, it's going to be tiring for the other and he will not read it. What is the process? How do you organize the process of renting a house? How much time does it take? What is the average, the maximum pricing, or the one which would fit the client? How do you work? How often do you communicate? All of these things. These are basic things which can be covered either in the FAQ section, or you can make separate section for this, or highlights in the Instagram, anything like this, so that you would not be answering the same questions repeatedly. I'm currently putting together a file, details of cooperation with Badass Agency, where I would cover our contacts, how often we do videos. I would cover what are stages of our work, what is style of communication, what are our working hours, how long on average does project take, what are the payment options, what is the prepayment, what are the legal documents required, what are, I don't know, my bank requisites, or all the information we need for cooperation, so that we would not be discussing this on the call. Because clients, I guess that these real estate agents, clients, and my clients can be pretty similar. I would focus on people in tech and California. I saw focus on them, and I would focus on those about the average level of income. How do you say this correctly or without people judging me? But yeah, that's what I do. I want to solve rich people's problems so that I would get more money. That's what people in real estate actually do. So yes, I've been talking about how our clients are similar, and yes, I want to attract right kinds of clients, so I do not want to take up a lot of their time on the call, up to 15 minutes, not more, because I value people's time, and it means that I won't be talking on the call of the payment methods, on the legal issues, on the, it's all written down. It's a standard. You can check this if you need this. If you don't, that's cool, because I'm saying to you that I have it all organized. And if you trust me, no problem, 15 minutes and we are done. We complete the contract and we are moving on. Yeah, social proof and certifications. Well, in terms of certifications, is there even such a profession like real estate, in terms of university, in terms of real estate agent certification? Because in Ukraine we do not have this one. Most of the people are just getting their average education in other fields and they are switching it to real estate, or they've been, let's say I know one real estate agent who's been studying and majoring in diplomacy, and now she's a real estate agent. She has great negotiation skills and she's pretty educated on the matter, on the overall matters, political matters, on countries, on cities, to where you should live, you know. And it serves her pretty well in real estate agent sphere. So yeah, but you still need social proof, reviews, testimonials from your clients, or if you are posting things on the Instagram, it is great proof, because you cannot fake posting consistently for like 4 or 5 years. You cannot fake it. Like, this post has been here 2 years ago, so it tells you, the client, how many years has this person been practicing. So let's check my 1 hour solution right away. Just jumping right to this. I'm not checking mistakes on the side because we do not have one. I did some research and I might believe that there is some agency where this real estate agent is working, but I'm not that yet sure. And well, I'm doing this video just to share general knowledge about branding, about how sites works, and even if this video will not work, I hope that you know somebody else who needs redesign services and this would serve them pretty well, or other real estate agents. Let's check my 1 hour solution. This one. So yes, we do not have yet logo type because we do not know whether we have the company, whether we have a personal brand. We can change it actually. Real estate agent. There is no copy yet written here, but this is the overall visual style. Let's perceive it this way. This is a concept, and concept means that I've been working for 30 to 1 hour, 30 minutes to 1 hour, not 30 hours. And I've put this together like quickly so that it would look great. Why is it great? The heading that we have is pretty organized, it is structured, it looks like building, like skyscraper, it looks organized and neat. Then we have our text here like this, handwritten, and it is elegant. It is more feminine, it is more soft, it is more quiet. This also is pretty organized, and this one is pretty structured. So we have this smooth and organized fonts. We have some contrast in the sizes of the fonts. This is just a visual trick here. I've been searching for great photo of a high quality, and it's hard to do from the Instagram photos because you have to make screenshots. So I did some screenshots, and maybe we can have other photos which are maybe more formal, because this is the way we do Instagram. But this photo is great. Why? It fits perfectly the tones the colors, all the visual aesthetics that we have. And it is true. It sells the emotion of happiness. These people, those people who are buying, working with real estate, you really want to interact with the sphere and with the person. And why also? Because it's not edited, perfectly edited and being that sharp, ideal image. It makes interaction with the person exciting, and people would have anticipation connecting with the person, because real humane emotions make clients relate to you and make clients trust you. And real Instagram stories, not perfectly pixel to pixel edited posts, make you believe that you can relate to the person and trust her. So yeah, this is the second option, which is combining both case and person. I think functionally it's better, but in terms of site, it looks like kind of an Instagram vintage Pinterest, like it girl style, but it still works. It's high contrast, even though it's black and white mostly. It can be called brutalizing due to the contrasting of high brightness stroke or borders of the stripes we have here. And the third one is similar to the first one, right? But it is in red, so like it tells confidence, it tells like not aggression, but power. And it is the best one. That's why I put it at the end. It is put together, it is professional, it is a great match with colors, because you cannot make a mistake by combining white with black and with any other color. It's always a fit, it's always a match. So black and white, red is perfect, and it looks like from the covers of the magazines. Yeah, and that's it. That was I thought that it was short revision but I spent almost 50 minutes doing this. Maybe I'm talking way too slow. And I'm about to do next analysis of the new tonic, so you can check this video out here as well and move on to it with me together. I forgot I forgot to ask you to subscribe to this channel and to our Instagram and X, because we are making a lot of reels there, a lot of information about branding, a lot of design things, which you like 3D modeling, like mobile apps or websites or graphic design, all of the above, in order to form your business brand correctly, so that it would attract right kinds of clients and you wouldn't have to spend more money later on doing any rebranding. And yes, we are doing also a free consultation for you. If you contact us, I can make some analysis for you for free, and if you like it, we can cooperate in this. So yeah, have a nice day and check the next video with me. Bye.